So I woke up this morning and came outside, and I had a bunch of stuff that I had to do today. Today we had church this morning, and then I was planning on getting some stuff. I was going to try to work on the basement, but I came out and put my keys in my ignition, and my battery is completely dead. So I got in the truck, and I looked, and there's absolutely no power whatsoever. Here, I'll show you. Put the key in the ignition, turn it, nothing at all. I looked down here, and the running lights were on. So that's what that was. But the other thing is, I wanted to try to pull this down so that I could try to get another vehicle in to try to jump it. And when the battery's dead, you can't shift it into gear. So my jumper box is actually at my mom's house. I'm gonna try to get, I don't have room on this side, there's a tree. I can't get a vehicle in over there to where the battery side is. So I have to come up this way, and I don't know if my jumper cables are long enough. So Sierra, the next door neighbor, said that I could use her car to do it, her SUV thing. But I don't know if I'm gonna have enough room to, like, at length with the jumper cable. So I guess we're gonna find out. Okay, so I got my neighbor's vehicle over here. I pulled it up. I got the battery cables hooked up. As soon as I did it, I left the keys in the ignition, get back in the truck, and the not yet. We're gonna give it a little bit here, I think, and see if we can. We'll give it a few minutes here to charge up and see what happens. But I'm hoping that's all it was. The running lights were on, so I'm hoping that was the main reason. Then I can get on with my day. But we'll let it charge it up a little bit and see where we get. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes now or so. So let's give it a shot and see if it fires up. Keys. She's running. She's got power. So hood ajar. Wow, everything's like, every warning popped up on the thing. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get these these cables. A parking brake limited function. Why? It says parking brake. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure this out. Now it looks like I got a whole nother situation going on, but we'll find out what's going on. Okay, so I took the truck. I tried to drive it for a little bit to see if the lights would just come off. Maybe after being driven for a little bit, because the battery was completely dead, and I felt like maybe it had something to do with like the computer needing to be like reset. So what we're going to do right now is I got the hood open of the truck, and we're actually going to disconnect just the negative to try to clear the codes, and then hopefully all those codes, there was like the ABS, the emergency brake, like everything, every code was on total. So we're going to do this. We're going to get that off. We're going to let it sit for a minute, and then we will fire it up. We'll take it for a drive and see what happens. So I got my fancy Blue Point socket here. loosen this up. We're going to pull it off, and we're going to set it to the side, and we're going to let it sit for a couple minutes. I'm going to let it clear, and then we're going to reconnect it. We're going to fire it up and see if the code's, you know, if it's still flashing, if it's giving me all sorts of warnings. And then we'll go for a drive and see what happens. Okay, so it's been, I don't know, probably about like 5 minutes, and I am going to now reconnect this. We'll get that put on there. And then we'll get it tightened back up. On there nice and tight. All right, get this sucker closed. Now I'm going to put my sockets away, and we're going to fire this up and see what happens. Hopefully this works and it clears those codes. All right, getting in. Let's get the key in. We're going to turn this on. Okay, the codes look to be off, so I'm going to get my seatbelt on here because safety first. We're going to go for a drive. We're going to go to the P.O. box. I haven't been there in a while. The other thing that I just realized was, I think I have it here, and I don't know. I think my P.O. box is due the payment, and I haven't made it, and it's coming up to the end of the month here. I got the envelope to do the payment. Oh, it's due on the 31st. That's kind of pushing it. I only got a couple days to pay that. That kind of stinks, but that's another added 50 bucks or something onto that. So that's why there's a lot of stuff that goes into this with YouTube, and I want to keep that P.O. box going. If you want to send me anything, any letters, notes, anything, you can send it to this P.O. box under here. But let's take this for a drive, and we will see if it stays off. So they're still off. The lights are right now. I'm actually walking into the post office to go check my P.O. box, see if I got any mail. It's been a couple weeks since I've done that. And I'm gonna get it opened up here and see. Where's my key? Can't find my key. Yeah, I don't know if I've done it. It was probably, it might have been a month since the last time I checked. And there's one bill in here, so we're gonna go home and we're gonna file that in the trash, I think is what we're gonna do. But so far, that light has stayed off. So I guess we'll give it a ride on the way back and see if it ever comes back on. Hopefully that did the fix, and if it did, you guys know, if you have an F-150 and your battery dies, I know that was probably just weird how I did that, that you can just unplug your negative battery cable and it should reset the computer. But I've put quite a bit of miles on it since then, and nothing's come back on, so I feel good about it. So No lights came back on. I call that a win. We're gonna go with that. I did drive all the way back home from the post office. I got a bunch of stuff that I do need to do around in the house right now. There's Atlas.
And here's Pato. And there's Rangus. All three of the monsters.
Saying hi. Anyways, I'm gonna let it go on that note. I'm gonna call it a video. I'm gonna get this edited and get it out. Hope that maybe you guys got something out of it. If it's to, you know, maybe you got an F-150, maybe the same situation happened. But I got stuff I gotta do today. I gotta clean up some stuff, throw some stuff out, and get it ready because tomorrow's trash day. But I love you guys. Slime on, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.